All right, folks, it's finally happened. After years of Whoopi Goldberg steamrolling conservative voices, shutting down guests like they don't even matter, and treating The View like her personal kingdom, she has finally met her match.
If you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on.
This wasn't just a debate. It was a full-blown public beatdown. Karoline tore into Whoopi's hypocrisy, shut down her nonsense, and for the first time ever, left the entire panel completely speechless. And now, the backlash is absolutely insane. ABC executives are in full-blown panic mode. Rumors are swirling about major firings, and Whoopi? Well, she might just be done for good. So, what exactly did Karoline say that left Whoopi humiliated live on TV? You definitely don't want to miss this. But first, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more.
Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Most divisive and disgusting speech that any president, certainly in my lifetime, has ever given. He essentially waged war on half of the country by saying that we are all a threat to democracy because we believe in putting America first. It's not radical to want to put your country and your own people first. It's not radical to want to have a strong border, a strong military, and to unleash the might of your own economy, not economies around the world. You know, we have seen cultural Marxism trickling its way through every institution in this country. The public school system, the higher education university system, Hollywood, big tech, the corrupt mainstream media that I fought against in President Trump's White House are indoctrinating my generation of Americans into hating our country, hating one another based on race and gender and sex, and all of this other BS, quite frankly.
Uncensored takedowns and fiery political showdowns. Just subscribed? Awesome. Now, let's dive in. The disaster kicked off when Whoopi, Joy Behar, and the rest of The View decided they'd lecture Karoline Leavitt on wokeness. And, as always, it got ugly. Whoopi, with her trademark smugness, rolled her eyes. And, of course, Joy Behar just couldn't resist throwing in one of her usual bitter jabs. Oh, so now we're judging women based on their looks? The irony is off the charts. These are the same women who claim to support women, unless they happen to be conservative. Then, they mock, they belittle, and they attack. As you can see, Karoline's accomplishments are through the roof, and all at such a young age. But Whoopi, what has she accomplished lately? Seems like she's just bitter, old, and jealous. But here's where it gets juicy. Karoline didn't flinch, not even a stutter. These women are completely out of touch with reality. And you're right. ABC should wake up. But I'd like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for. I'm stating facts that your own colleagues have stated in the past. And just like that, they cut her off. All right, folks. We're going to come back to the panel. Karoline, thank you for your time. Now, let's see what Whoopi had to say about all this. Honestly, nothing of value. But hey, I'm all about fairness, so I decided to share it anyway. That was so good. So good. In a statement afterward, Karoline pointed out that her on-air snub proves exactly what we all knew, that certain candidates won't be treated fairly in the upcoming debate. And now the big question. Will this make people doubt whether CNN can stay objective, or is this just more of the same old, it's all rigged, everyone's against me? We know their playbook. That's what they do. Just last week, Rachel M. even said, if the election is lost, it was rigged. If there's a debate, then the moderators are biased and prejudiced against me. But Karoline fired back. Whoopi, do you even hear yourself? You sit up here preaching about women's empowerment, but the second a conservative woman succeeds, you say it's because of her looks? That's the realm? Boom. The audience went dead silent. Even Joy Behar, the queen of interrupting, had nothing to say. But Karoline wasn't done. Wokeness isn't about equality. It's a political tool used to shut down anyone who disagrees. And Whoopi? You prove it every single day on this show. The gasps from the audience were impossible to miss. Social media exploded within seconds. Whoopi, exposed, Karoline, completely owned The View. It was trending nationwide, and ABC, full-blown panic mode. But what happened next? Oh, it only made things worse. While I vowed to provide the truth from this podium, we ask that all of you in this room hold yourselves to that same standard. We know for a fact that many legacy media outlets in this country have pushed blatant lies about this president, about his family, and we will not accept that. We will call you out when we see misinformation about this White House. Boom! No, she wasn't done. I'd like to remind everyone that in 2024, while Joe Biden was either in the Oval Office or upstairs in the residence sleeping, I'm not so sure, egg prices skyrocketed 65% in this country. Bang ABC executives? Horrified. Reports started leaking, producers were fuming at Whoopi. Sponsors getting nervous. Even some die-hard View fans started turning on her. And then, the real bombshell hit. Whoopi Goldberg was mysteriously missing from the next episode. ABC's official statement: Whoopi is taking time to reflect on recent discussions. Yeah, sure. We all know what that really means. Whoopi Goldberg, the face of The View, was on the chopping block, but the fallout didn't stop there. At this point, the writing's on the wall. ABC is facing a tough choice. Do they clean house and finally bring some balance to The View? Or do they keep doubling down, risking total cancellation? Let's be real, this show thrives on controversy. But when the backlash outweighs the ratings boost, it's game over. And right now, they're walking a razor-thin line. Advertisers pulling back. Credibility shattered. Viewers tuning out. Could Karoline Leavitt have just delivered the final nail in the coffin? All right, folks, now it's your turn. Was Karoline Leavitt's takedown the most epic moment in The View's history? Did Whoopi finally cross the line? And most importantly, is this the end of The View? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And before you bounce, smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss any breaking updates and uncensored takedowns.